Gavel, can order call to order? Oh, today. Today is October 29th, Tuesday, 2024. Can I have a call to order? Oh. Please stand. Pledge of Allegiance. Commissioner Vasan is gonna do it.
Hands over your heart, everyone. Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
May we have a roll call, please?
Chairperson Young, Vice Chair Chokshi,
Here.
Commissioner Spitzer,
Here.
Commissioner Gentilumo, Commissioner Vasan.
I'd like to move to excuse the absence of Commissioners Gentilomo and Young.
I second.
Roll call.
Roll call, please.
We can do it on here.
Do it.
Yeah, I did it.
It's not showing up on my.
It's not moving. It's not moving.
I'm not even getting yes, no, abstain on mine.
Okay. Call. So we have Commissioner Vasan,
Yes.
Commissioner Spitzer,
Yes.
Vice Chair Chokshi.
Yes.
The motion passes 3-0.
Now we open for the public comments. Anybody? I don't see. We will close the public comments. Can we have a approval of minutes?
So moved.
I second.
Yes. No, she doesn't see it.
I'm not getting it.
Okay. Commissioner Vasan,
Yes.
Commissioner Spitzer,
Yes.
Vice Chair Chokshi.
Yes.
The motion passes 3-0.
Right.
Do we have any slideshow?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, before we begin the hearing this evening, I have a short PowerPoint for you that I'd like to show you and those who might be monitoring at home as well, the type of properties and the issues that we'll be discussing this evening. If I could direct your attention to the monitor. We always like to start the presentation here with properties that are in compliance with the city's municipal code. And you can see here a home that is being very well maintained within the city of Cerritos. This is an excellent example of pride of ownership. Here is another example of home that complies with all the city's regulations. Also another excellent example of pride of ownership. This evening, we're going to be talking about properties, and this is a example here where an individual is using his front lawn and or walkway to park automobiles. That would be a violation of the Cerritos Municipal Code. Here is another example where someone is storing a trailer on their yard or on their driveway, which then in turn causes the vehicle to block the sidewalk. That would also be a violation. Here's an example of a front yard that's not being maintained. Overly grown vegetation. Here's some examples of homes we'll be talking about this evening where you can see the trim is in disrepair, the gate is in disrepair, and overgrown foliage. There's another example of overgrown foliage and vehicles being parked on unapproved spaces. And here's another example of a home in disrepair, if you would. The landscape is not being maintained. Here's an example in the parkway where there's no live vegetation. You have minimal plants. I'm not sure if those are even real plants or plastic, because sometimes people put artificial plants out there and it kind of looks that way. But that would be inappropriate. You're supposed to have live vegetation in those parkways. And then, of course, you have some photos of grass that's also dead or dying. Some other examples, cases that we'll be talking about this evening for lack of vegetation or maintained lawn. There's another example of overgrown weeds. You can see one on the right side where the foliage is overgrowing the sidewalk. And with that, that's the end of my presentation for you. We can begin the hearings, but I see one of our commissioners has just arrived, so if we could just give him a few moments, and of course we'll change the record to show that Commissioner Gentilomo is here and present.
Welcome back.
This thing doesn't work.
No, this doesn't work.
It doesn't work, this thing.
Yeah, that's better.
Can go. Yeah.
Oh. Now we can start the public hearings. 6A. Review and consideration of the case sent before the Property Preservation Commission. Conditions constituting property nuisance, including a trailer store in public view as defined in Cerritos Municipal Code, Chapter 6.20, exists at the property located at 19,100 block of Ellingham Avenue. May we have the report, please?
Yes, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners, that case will be presented to you by Officer Artema. Kim?
Vice Chair and members of the Commission, on July 3rd of 2024, I observed a large trailer in the driveway of the subject property and scheduled another inspection to see if it remained. On July 11th, an inspection revealed the trailer remained and a notification was left at the property to remove or relocate the trailer to an area not visible from the public street. On July 17th, a second notification was left at the property due to noncompliance. The same day, a resident of the property called staff and said that he had just got the trailer and needed it for work. I advised of the code prohibiting trailers from being stored in public view, and an extension was granted for the resident to figure out what to do with the trailer. On August 13th, a third notification was left at the property due to noncompliance. On August 28th, a fourth notification was left at the property due to noncompliance. On August 29th, the property owner called staff asking for a 2-week extension to put the trailer in storage, and the extension was granted. An inspection on September 18th revealed the large trailer gone. However, a new, smaller trailer was on the driveway instead, and a fifth notification was left at the property. 2 more notifications were left on September 25th and 30th. An inspection on October 7th revealed the trailer moved up in front of the garage and a vehicle parked behind it blocking the public sidewalk, and an 8th and final notification was left at the property. On October 15th, the property was posted for public hearing. An inspection yesterday revealed no compliance, and there's been no further contact from the property owner or other residents. Staff is recommending a resolution be adopted on this property. This concludes my report, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any comments from commissioners?
No.
Now I'd like to open for public hearing. I don't see anybody, so I would like to close the public hearing. Staff recommendation, please.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, before you is resolution number PPC 2024-31, a resolution of the Cerritos Property Preservation Commission finding that the property located in the 19,100 block of Allingham Avenue, Cerritos, constitutes a property nuisance as set forth in Chapter 6.20 of the Cerritos Municipal Code and setting forth a 7-day abatement period therein. It would be in order to waive further reading and adopt.
I second.
Roll call. Commissioner Vasan,
Yes.
Commissioner Gentilumo, Commissioner Spitzer, Vice Chair Chokshi.
Yes.
The motion passes 4-0.
I'd like to move to 6B. Review and consideration of the case sent before the Property Preservation Commission, conditions constituting property nuisance including structural, exterior, is in need of paint as defined in Cerritos Municipal Code Chapter 6.20. Exists at the property located at 19,600 block of Normandale Avenue. May we have a staff report, please?
Yes, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners, that case will be presented to you by Officer Artema. Kim?
Vice Chair and members of the Commission, on June 26 of 2024, I inspected the subject property observing the south side wind trim in need of repair and paint, and the same day a notice was mailed advising of the property maintenance violation and providing 30 days to abate or contact staff. From August 7th through October 7th, 3 more notices were mailed due to noncompliance with no contact from the property owner. On October 15th, the property was posted for public hearing. An inspection of the property yesterday revealed no compliance, and there has still been no contact from the property owner. Staff is recommending a resolution be adopted on this property, and I did receive a note that someone has arrived from this property. This concludes my report, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Somebody's here.
I have a question.
Is it any comments or any from commissioners?
I have a question. When I went out there and looked also, there's some sort of lattice work behind the gate, and I was just wondering if that was constructed with a permit. Was that something you had a reason to check or not?
That I have not checked on.
I'd be curious.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can take a look, though.
Okay, thank you.
Now we open for the public hearing. Is anybody here?
Hello.
Please
Hi.
say your name. Please
My
say
name is
it.
Alex Torres. I'm the resident owner.
And you have a 3 minutes to.
I'm sorry?
You have a 3 minutes to explain.
Okay, so I actually, you know what, in reviewing my property, I'm not sure if you guys seen pictures, but I don't consider this to be a nuisance. I think that if you look at the house from the street, there's no visibility of any worn or any sign of faded paint on the trim. Even if you go to the north or south side of the house, there is no visible, I guess, damage and or paint that you would say that it's exaggerated as far as it faded and or damage. So I honestly don't agree with the complaint and with the notices left and or mailed to my house. I haven't responded because I honestly don't feel that it's warranted. I feel that the house is taken care of. I actually take pride in my property. I have green grass. I have a nice looking house. I've seen many other houses around my neighborhood that have little Christmas lights year around, dead grass on the front yard, dead trees on the front yards as well that are considered to be more of a nuisance. city-owned streets or city-owned trees alongside 195th that are lifting up pavement on the sidewalk, which is not only a nuisance but a safety violation. So I think we should really consider in really looking at other more important nuisances that are really true nuisances aside from my house. That's all I have.
Thank you for presenting yourself.
Yeah.
One of our staff will definitely contact you, or any comments? Staff recommendation, please.
Yes, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners. First, I'd like to thank the homeowner for coming down here this evening. And I would agree, your lawn looks great, and your house is well maintained, except for the trim. And again, code enforcement, when they go out there and look at other properties as well, that trim would need to be modified at some point. And staff is willing to work with you, but as you can tell from the photographs, that it's pretty weather worn, and that's something we'd look to repair. So with that, we do have a resolution for you. So before you, resolution is number PPC 2024-32, a resolution of the Cerritos Property Preservation Commission finding that the property located in the 19,600 block of Normandale Avenue, Cerritos, constitutes a property nuisance as set forth in Chapter 6.20 of the Cerritos Municipal Code, and setting forth a 30-day abatement period therein. It would be in order to waive further reading and adopt. And as always, staff is always willing to work with the homeowner to resolve the situation here. And I'm sure, like you say, you do show pride in your home. And I would imagine you would acknowledge that the trim on your home does need a little maintenance. And so that's something staff would be working with you. The point of these resolutions is to ensure that that eventually gets resolved. And that's why we do this process.
I agree.
Can I have a motion, please?
I second.
Sorry. I'd like to speak to the motion, mostly for the benefit of the homeowner. Yeah, I was out there yesterday and looked, and I had no problems noticing the disrepair of the trim. It needs some, I don't know if you would say sanding off or whatever, some prep work and some repainting, and it was pretty obvious. Yeah, the rest of your property does look very nice, which probably makes that stand out even more. So it's a simple,
I just don't consider that to be a nuisance.
It's a simple thing. When code enforcement officers go out, or when they receive a call, which I don't think was in the case of your property, from another homeowner, that they what was it, like so far this year, like over 2,000, is that the right number? Initial citations,
about,
notifications?
per year, about 2,300.
Right, are given to residences, and there's some that go to businesses too, but it's primarily residences. So people all over the place are getting notifications, and the huge well, actually only, is it what, 1.5%? Actually, am I close with that?
Yes.
2%, 1.5%, actually get to where they come to us at a meeting. Most of them, I don't know what percentage, because I'd have to look at the chart with the numbers, get taken care of after the first notification, maybe a second one. So hardly anything ever even gets to coming to us. So part of it is, well, most of it is that the person has not taken care of the situation. And that's the whole idea, is to get compliance, not to have to spend time doing this, to get compliance, and for the homeowner or renter in some cases to contact the code enforcement officer who has communicated with the information. So you can talk about it at the beginning and find out, they can find out what's going on, and you can talk to get it resolved. So I encourage people to support the motion.
And to make you feel, if it makes you feel any better, I have the same situation, and I got a notice from the city, and I'm working on fixing it. There is a contractor outside my house today, and he's on top. And actually, in life, we are all so busy that sometimes we forget these things, and we just let it go. And it's a reminder, and maybe when you fix it, the property will look all the more very nice. But I do have somebody fixing it in my house right now. So it's the same thing, exactly the same situation. And I think I got the notice about 2 months ago, but we were out of town. So it took me, but I'm just telling Daryl it's happening. So it's the same thing. Everybody is the same in Cerritos. That's all I'm trying to say. It's not pointed at somebody or anything.
No, I just did it. I guess the definition of nuisance, I just didn't agree with it.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
to me, I took it as almost an insult because I do take pride in my home.
Correct.
And it just doesn't make sense for that notice to say
No, that's just
it's a nuisance.
It's a formal writing.
Yeah.
That's all.
And just to comment on that, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's the legal definition in
Yeah.
the municipal code refers to a nuisance, but it really is a maintenance issue.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really what it is. And again, staff is always willing to work with you. Just want to make sure that all the homes in Cerritos, and without contacting staff, we don't know whether you're the owner or a renter, or whether it's going to get addressed or not addressed. Like I say, we have a number of homes that are rentals. And so the people who live there go, "This is not my house. I'm not going to resolve that." And then we never hear from the owner, and that's why we go through the process. So it is good to contact staff to let us know, who lives there, and the property's going to be, addressed. And that way we can avoid this as well. Ultimately, we're looking for compliance.
No, understood.
So thank you.
Thank you.
So what's next? I'm sorry. Okay.
If I could add, if you need more than 30 days, if you could just let me know, because we do re-inspect after that, and then we take the next step. So if you could contact us and just let us know what your plan is or what kind of time frame you need, that'd be great.
So then can I request an extension?
We can handle that offline.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
If I may just add one other thing, just don't forget that Cerritos has a color palette. So when you paint your house and trim, you go contact the code enforcement officer, so that you don't paint your trim distress signal green or something, and then you have to repaint it. There's certain colors that you're limited to here in the city. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, so a motion has been made by Commissioner Spitzer and seconded by Commissioner Vasan to adopt Resolution 2024-32. I will now do the roll call. So Commissioner Vasan,
Yes.
Commissioner Gentilumo, Commissioner Spitzer, Vice Chair Chokshi.
Yes.
4-0, the motion passes.
I would like to move to the 6C, review and consideration of the case sent before the Property Preservation Commission, conditions constituting property nuisance, including a lack of landscape maintenance, dead vegetation, trash can stored in the public view, and a lack of adequate ground cover as defined in the Cerritos Municipal Code Chapter 6.20 exists at the property located at 19,700 block of Normandale Avenue. May we have a staff report, please?
Yes, sir. That case will be presented to you by Officer Ardema. Kim?
Vice Chair and members of the Commission, on September 10th of 2024, I inspected the subject property, observing a lack of landscape maintenance and trash cans stored in public view. The same day, a notice was left at the property advising of the property maintenance violations and providing 7 days to provide landscape maintenance and 1 day to relocate the trash cans or contact staff. A review of code enforcement records revealed that this property has had ongoing landscape maintenance issues, resulting in 4 previous notices to this current case in 2024, 4 notices last year, and 4 notices in 2022. From September 16th through October 8th, 3 additional notices were left at the property, with additional observations of dead vegetation and bare areas on the lawn, and 2 separate complaints were received via the code enforcement email regarding the issues on the property. The property was posted for public hearing on October 15th, and on October 18th, I received a phone call from the property owner who said that the gardener was out of town during the month of September. I advised of previous issues with the property and she said that she would contact the tenants about watering and the trash cans. An inspection of the property yesterday revealed the landscape maintenance done and the trash cans put away. However, there were still some bare and dry areas. Due to the history on this property and the neighbor complaints, staff is recommending a resolution be adopted on this property to ensure continued compliance. This completes my report, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any comments from commissioners? Now like to open for the public hearing. I don't see anybody. I would like to close the public hearing. Staff recommendation, please.
Yes, Chairman Chachi and Commissioners, before you is resolution number PPC 2024-33, a resolution of the Cerritos Property Preservation Commission finding the property located in the 19,700 block of Normandale Avenue, Cerritos, constitutes a property nuisance as set forth in Chapter 6.20 of the Cerritos Municipal Code and setting forth a 14-day abatement period therein. It would be in order to waive further reading and adopt.
I second.
Thank you. 6D.
Oh, roll call. I'll call roll call now. Commissioner Vasan?
Yes.
Commissioner Gentalumo? Commissioner Spitzer? Vice Chair Chokshi?
Yes.
4-0, the motion passes.
6D. Review and consideration of a case sent before the Property Preservation Commission's conditions constituting property nuisance, including a lack of adequate ground cover, dead vegetation, overgrown vegetation, and debris store in public view as defined in Cerritos Municipal Code Chapter 6.20, exists at the property located at 11,300 block of Saron Street. May we have a staff report, please?
Yes, Chairman Chachi and Commissioners, that case will be presented to you by Officer Artema. Kim?
Vice Chair and members of the Commission, on August 22nd of 2024, I inspected the subject property, observing a lack of adequate ground cover, overgrown vegetation, and dead vegetation. The same day, a notification was mailed providing 21 days to plant suitable ground cover and 7 days to abate the remaining violations. A review of code enforcement records revealed that this property was brought before the Property Preservation Commission in September of 2021, and a resolution was adopted for similar violations. It also showed that 6 administrative citations have been issued to the property owner. On August 30th, a neighbor stopped me in the street and complained of a bee issue near the roof of the property, and a second notification was left with the resident at the property who was outside, and she said she would get some quotes. On September 20th, an inspection revealed no compliance with the additional observation of cardboard boxes stored on the driveway, and a second notification was left at the property. On September 25th, I received an email from the Public Works Maintenance Supervisor advising that the city will be doing sidewalk work in the area in the near future, and they plan to replace that area of the sidewalk. However, the overgrown vines from the rear yard will prohibit that work from happening. On October 1st, a third notification was left at the property due to noncompliance and advising of the upcoming sidewalk work that will be hindered by the overgrown rear yard vines. An inspection on October 7th revealed no compliance or progress. The property was posted for public hearing on October 15th, and I spoke to the resident at the property, stressing that the rear yard vines need to be trimmed back, not only because they are completely blocking the public sidewalk, but because of the upcoming sidewalk work that the city needs to do. She said that she will not be trimming the vines because she needs to pay for other things and cannot afford it. An inspection of the property yesterday revealed no compliance. Staff is recommending a resolution be adopted on this property. This concludes my report, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any comment from commissioners?
I could either do it now or when a motion is made, but it's not so much a question as a comment. In addition to what you said about all the vines that are growing over and would be an issue with the sidewalk work. Right now, they're also preventing access, especially for somebody who might be in a wheelchair, using a walker, anything. Actually, I was by there. Anybody, if I were just walking along there, I'd have to walk into the street to go by that property. So it's extremely dangerous. Thank you.
Now I'd like to open for the public hearing. I don't see anybody. I would like to close the public hearing. Staff recommendation, please.
Yes, Chairman Chachi and Commissioners, before you is resolution number PPC 2024-34, a resolution of the Cerritos Property Preservation Commission finding that the property located in the 11,300 block of Sharon Street, Cerritos, constitutes a property nuisance as set forth in Chapter 6.20 of the Cerritos Municipal Code and setting forth a 30-day abatement period thereon. It would be in order to waive further reading and adopt.
Can I have a motion, please?
I do.
Roll call. Commissioner Vasan,
Yes.
Commissioner Gentilumo, Commissioner Spitzer, Vice Chair Chakshi.
Yes.
4-0, the motion passes.
Item 6A, review and consideration of case sent before the Property Preservation Commission's conditions constituting property nuisance, including inoperable vehicle store in the public view and structure exterior in need of repair and paint as defined in Cerritos Municipal Code Chapter 6.20 exist at the property located at 12,600 block of Beach Street. May we have a report, please?
Yes, Chairman Chachi and Commissioners, that case will be presented to you by Officer Lane. Brian?
Vice Chair and members of the Commission, on June 12, 2024, staff inspected a property in the 12600 block of Beach Street, observing two inoperable vehicles on the driveway and the wood elements on the home in need of repair and paint. On June 13, 2024, a notice was mailed to the owner providing 7 days to relocate the inoperable vehicles and 21 days to abate the remaining violations. A review of code enforcement records revealed that this property was brought before the Commission 3 times for similar violations, with resolutions adopted for each case. The following information documents the action taken to abate the violations. Inspections between July 31st, 2024 and October 8th, 2024 revealed no compliance. 2 additional notifications were mailed. On October 15th, 2024, the property was posted for PPC. An inspection day revealed no compliance and there has been no contact from the property owner. Staff recommendation on this property is to adopt a resolution. This completes my report and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any comments from commissioners?
No.
I would like to open for public hearing. I don't see anybody. I would like to close the public hearing. Staff recommendation, please.
Yes, Chairman Chachi and Commissioners, before you is resolution number PPC 2024-35, a resolution of the Cerritos Property Preservation Commission finding that the property located in the 12,600 block of Beach Street, Cerritos, constitutes a property nuisance as set forth in Chapter 6.20 of the Cerritos Municipal Code and setting forth a 30-day abatement period therein. It would be in order to waive further reading and adopt.
I second.
Thank you.
Roll call. Commissioner Vasan,
Yes.
Commissioner Gentilumo, Commissioner Spitzer, Vice Chair Chakshi.
Yes.
4-0, the motion passes.
Moving 6A or 6F. Review and consideration of a case stand before the Property Preservation Commission, conditions constituting property nuisance, including structure exteriors in need of repair and paint as defined in Cerritos Municipal Code Chapter 6.20, exist at the property located at 12,900 block of Cuesta Lane. May we have a staff report, please?
Yes, Commissioner Chachi and Commissioners, that case will be presented to you by Officer Lane. Brian?
Vice Chair and members of the Commission, after posting the property, the owner contacted staff and stated he would repair the gate. Staff met with the owner at the property on October 24th, 2024 and observed the gate repaired. Therefore, staff resolution on this property is to not adopt a resolution, or staff recommendation, on this property is to not adopt a resolution.
Any comments from commissioners? I would like to open for public hearing. I don't see anybody. I would like to close the public hearing. Staff recommendation, please.
Yes, Chairman Chachi and Commissioners, before you is resolution number PPC 2024-36, a resolution of the Cerritos Property Preservation Commission finding that the property located... Oh, that was no reso. I'm sorry. No reso.
Oh, no reason. Oh, they took care of it.
Thank you. I'm sorry. It was one agenda report ahead.
Do I need to do motion or? No, nothing. So
Nothing.
nothing.
There you go.
So we're gonna move to
Hand me
the
a reso. I read it.
6G.
6G. Review and consideration of a case sent before the Property Preservation Commissions. Conditions constituting property nuisance, including a vehicle park on an unapproved area and structure exterior is in need of repair and paint as defined in Cerritos Municipal Code Chapter 6.20 exist at the property located at 17,400 block of Leslie Avenue. May we have a staff report, please?
Yes, Chairman Chachi and Commissioners, that case will be presented to you by Officer Lane. Brian?
Vice Chair and members of the Commission, after posting the property, the owner's son contacted staff, and staff explained the violations and discussed the location the vehicle was parking and the parking permit process. An inspection day revealed the trim painted with color approval obtained from the Community Development Department. Due to the main violation being remedied, staff recommendation on this property is to not adopt a resolution, and the remaining violation of the vehicle parked on an unapproved surface will be addressed through the parking citation process.
I don't know. He has such a big park.
Any
driveway.
comments from the commissioners?
He has such a big driveway. I don't know why would he. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
Keeps going off. Usually when there's a car parked, where it's not supposed to be, like we had another one and some have flat tires. Well, this doesn't have flat tires. It usually, if it's something that's noticed along with other things, it's usually handled within a resolution because they've had, what was it, since July to take care of this. And so we're like 4 months or something later. I don't understand why it's going to be handled through the citation process rather than in the PPC process.
I discussed it with Daryl before the meeting, and basically we can handle it quicker through the parking citation process. The administrative cite would be a $100 citation after the abatement period's over. The parking citation process can basically be started the next day if we would like. And this vehicle has been cited through the parking citation process. If the wood trim was still an issue, we would have adopted the
You did
resolution.
both, right.
But since he took care of the main issue, we can deal with it through the parking citation
Okay,
process.
yes, I did notice that the trim had been taken care of. Okay, thank you very much.
I would like to open for the public hearing. I don't see anybody. I would like to close the public hearing. Staff recommendation, please.
That'd be no reso.
No
and
resolution.
And thanks to staff, they wrote a very large note on this resolution, says no reso. So our recommendation is no reso.
Like to move to 6H. Review and consideration of a case sent before the Property Preservation Commission. Conditions constituting property nuisance, including keeping of the property in an unsightly condition, inoperable vehicle store in the public view, a vehicle park on an unapproved area, a lack of landscape maintenance, a lack of adequate ground cover, structure exterior in need of repair and paint, overgrown vegetation and dead vegetation as defined in the Cerritos Municipal Code Chapter 6.20 exists at the property located at 17,300 block of Maria Avenue. May we have a staff report, please?
Yes, Chairman Chachi and Commissioners, that case will also be presented to you by Officer Lane. Brian?
Vice Chair and members of the Commission, on June 12, 2024, staff inspected a property in the 17,300 block of Maria Avenue, observing inoperable vehicles on the driveway, a vehicle parked on the lawn on the south side of the driveway, the south gate in need of repair, a lack of landscape maintenance, a lack of ground cover, overgrown vegetation, dead vegetation, and the wood trim on the home in need of repair and paint. On June 13, 2024, a notification was sent to the owner providing 7 days to relocate the vehicles and provide landscape maintenance and 21 days to abate the remaining violations. It should be noted this property has been brought before the Commission 7 times for similar violations and resolutions adopted in each case. The following information documents the action taken to abate the violations. An inspection on June 28, 2024 revealed unapproved pavers installed on the south side of the driveway. A notification was left at the property advising driveway extensions require approval. On July 3, 2024, the owner contacted staff and stated she was working on the violations. Staff advised her to not add any more pavers to the south side of the driveway. Inspections between July 31st, 2024 and October 8th, 2024 revealed no compliance with the additional observation of more pavers added to the south side of the driveway. 2 additional notifications were mailed. During this timeframe, the owner contacted staff and stated she spoke to community development and would work on the issues. On October 9th, 2024, the owner left 2 voicemails with staff and stated she would work on the issues. On October 15th, 2024, the property was posted for PPC. On October 28th, 2024, the owner met with staff and community development. Staff again advised of the violations, and the owner said she will be having the palm tree removed on October 29th, 2024, and would work on the other issues. An inspection today revealed workers at the location working on the palm tree. However, the other violations remained. Staff recommendation on this property is to adopt a resolution. This completes my report, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any comments from commissioners?
This actually is a question. Is the property to the left as you're facing the property, I forget which direction this one was, North-South Street. Is the other property, is it one of these 0 lot line?
Yes, it is.
Okay, that's why I wasn't sure, although
Yeah.
that green's the fabric underneath or the fake grass or whatever looked the same, but I thought, no, that has to be the other house, but it isn't. Okay.
Yeah, no,
that's
that
what we
belongs to
figured.
this property. That other property doesn't start till the driveway.
Till the driveway, okay, that's sort of what I thought. Thank you.
I would like to open for public hearing. I don't see anybody. I would like to close the public hearing. Staff recommendation, please.
Yes, Chairman Chachi and Commissioners, before you is resolution number PPC 2024-38, a resolution of Cerritos Property Preservation Commission finding the property located in the 17,300 block of Maria Avenue, Cerritos, constitutes a property nuisance as set forth in Chapter 6.20 of the Cerritos Municipal Code and setting forth a 30-day abatement period therein. It would be in order to waive further reading and adopt.
Can I have a motion, please?
Yes.
Any second? Roll call.
Commissioner Vasan.
Yes, please.
Commissioner Gentiluma. Commissioner Spitzer. Vice Chair Chokshi.
Yes.
4-0, the motion passes.
6I. Review and consideration of a case sent before the Property Preservation Commission. Conditions constituting property nuisance, including structure exterior in need of paint as defined in Cerritos Municipal Code Chapter 6.20, exist at the property located at 18,400 block of Vicky Avenue. May we have a staff report, please?
Yes, Chairman Chachi and Commissioners, that case will be presented to you by Officer Jerry Darnell.
Vice Chair and members of the Commission, on July 12th, 2024, staff inspected the subject property at the 18,400 block of Vicky Avenue, observing areas of the property in disrepair, including the garage paint, as well as areas of the property's wood trim and the wood siding. A notification was left to the property, providing 21 days to remedy the violation or to contact staff. On August 7th, 2024, an inspection of the property revealed no compliance, and a second notification was mailed. August 23rd, 2024, an inspection of the property revealed again no compliance. That following Monday, August 27th, 2024, a third notification was mailed. September 10th, an inspection also revealed no compliance. And September 13th, the fourth notice was mailed. October 10th, being the final inspection, revealed no compliance, and the property was posted for PPC October 15th. Staff was finally contacted by the property owner that same day as posting. They did assure me that they will begin to price contractors. This completes my report. As of today, again, there is no compliance, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any comments from commissioners?
No.
Now I'd like to open for the public hearing. I don't see anybody. I would like to close the public hearing. Staff recommendation, please.
Yes, Chairman Chachi and Commissioners, before you is resolution number PPC 2024-39, a resolution of the Cerritos Property Preservation Commission finding the property located in the 18,400 block of Vicky Avenue, Cerritos, constitutes a property nuisance as set forth in Chapter 6.20 of the Cerritos Municipal Code and setting forth a 30-day abatement period therein. It would be in order to waive further reading and adopt.
Can I have
I second.
staff roll call, please?
Commissioner Vasan.
Yes, please.
Commissioner Gentiluma. Commissioner Spitzer? Yes. Vice Chair Chokshi?
Yes.
4-0, the motion passes.
Reports from the staff.
Thank you, Chairman Chachi and Commissioners. Just have a couple things for you. One, just want to further explain why sometimes we issue citations versus bringing cars that are not parked on the driveway to PPC. So it is a violation of Cerritos Municipal Code for parking off the permitted area, your driveway, unpermitted park, space. That is a $55 fine. And if we believe that people are using the car and will cooperate, one, we may issue them a warning. It's not always a citation. We may also issue them a citation, which is $55. Of course, 2 days will exceed the fine, the initial fine for property preservation. Any type of fine that we may lever at first if there's a resolution. But we may also, on times, bring it to the property preservation if we know that we're not going to get compliance and we are seeking the assistance of the city prosecutor, where we may want to go get an attachment order to the car and have it removed. And in such a case, if I could direct your attention to the screen here, we recently had to use the city prosecutor to get an abatement order for a home on the 11,200 block of Eloise. And so, as mentioned earlier, we have over 2,000, sometimes 2,100, 2,300 notices per year by the code enforcement officers. And as also mentioned, the vast majority of residents comply, and we appreciate that. We work with them closely to bring their properties into compliance. But about 1.8%, just call it 2% of the folks ultimately don't respond. Not that they're being belligerent, but maybe they don't get the notice. Maybe their renters, the owners are out of state for whatever reason. It comes here because we don't hear from them. And we're asking you to review about 2%. And even fewer than that are people who just don't respond to the direction of the PPC either. And then we have to involve the city prosecutor. On the screen before you is one such case where somebody for many months ignored the code enforcement direction and the decisions of property preservation. We went and got an abatement order. And here you see some photographs of vendors removing all the property on the front. And the photos you have here is before and after returning the property to within standard of the city. And just want to let you know that this type of activity the code enforcement officers do as well. These are much more involved cases, involve city attorney, there's an expense involved. We'd rather not do this as a city. We take no pleasure in taking people's personal property, but by the same token, you can't use your entire house as a storage facility and blight the neighborhood. And so that was one such case. Also, want to remind everyone to vote. That is very, very important. We have a lot of feedback on certain public safety issues, and a lot of that can be influenced by the people who are in office. And so we strongly encourage anyone and everyone to go vote. Don't rely on your neighbor or think it's not important because someone else will do it for you. With that, I hope you echo that as well. But voting is very, very important, particularly this time of year. Thank you.
Thank you, Darrell. Any reports from commissioners?
Regarding voting, I dropped off my husband's and my ballots in the box right outside here today. It was very convenient to do that. And just our next meeting is November 26th. We do meet in November.
Thank you. Now, I adjourn the meeting. Thank you. Oh, now I can breathe. Just kidding.